You know that feeling when a teacher says, "Hey guys, here's a pop quiz," and your stomach drops faster than a roller coaster? That's dread. And when you go to the dentist and the dentist says, "Oh, it's just gonna hurt a little bit, and it's just gonna sting a little bit." Yeah, that's also dread. Dread is universal. We all know it, we felt it before, and sometimes it might be worse than the actual event itself. And that's kind of the strange thing about dread. It's not the pain itself, but the expectation of it. You're waiting for this feeling and you're dreading it. Dread can actually paralyze us, but also I think that it can push us to prepare and grow as a person. And that idea of facing fear before it even comes to you leads us to today's prompt, dread. It's simple. It's a simple word. Well, I believe that dread can be both a challenge and a teacher for us. It forces us to confront our fears before we even face it, and it also shapes our resilience. Dread reminds us that courage is not actually the absence of fear, but the choice to actually move forward anyway, even though you have the feeling. So today, let's explore this topic through two simple examples. First, Harry Potter facing Voldemort, and second, Martin Luther King Jr. facing threats during the civil rights movement. First, Harry Potter. Harry Potter dreads facing Voldemort, which is a person that no one likes, and a person who actually killed his parents throughout the series. Well, he knows all the danger, the prophecy, and all the risks that he might face, and maybe he might even lose his life just facing this person. And in the Goblet of Fire, he faces Voldemort in the graveyard. Terrified, but he was also determined. Readers connect with them, like me, because we all know the feeling of dread before a challenge, because we've all experienced it before. But he was courageous, and he faced Voldemort. Now, this is why we resonate with them, because dread is actually a part of being human, and it's the type of emotions that we have in ourselves. Now, Harry shows that dread doesn't just stop a person being a human, it shapes them and continues and let them continue to being a hero. And what we can take from this is that dread is actually how we make ourselves shine brighter and makes us become more courageous. Second, Martin Luther King Jr. During the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr. lived under constant threats. He dreaded violence and even sometimes assassination. Yet he chose to march, to speak, and to lead people. His dread never disappeared because we all know the feeling of living under danger. But he continued to carry dread with him. And his courage inspired millions of people to face their own fears. And Martin Luther King Jr.'s speeches acknowledged the danger, but also hope beyond danger. He turned dread into a force for justice. Now, what we can take from this example is that dread doesn't stop our progress, it makes it become more meaningful and actually supports us to grow as a person. So, whether it's Harry Potter dreading Voldemort or Martin Luther King Jr., dread reminds us that fear is real, but the strength that rises beyond it is what is most important. Thank you.